Good evening and welcome back to Underrail. Hope you've all been doing better than the inhabitants of, well, the Underrail. Did a couple of things off stream and I'll show them off in just a second. So, as I did say, I went off and grabbed some of those super steel bits. So, we have a padded infused greater siphoner leather overcoat now. The overall quality of those plates was much better than I expected. Namely, when we turned in those refining datas, each of those were a whopping plus 20 to the lowest potential value. So the quality floor went up by 80. So this is our current top compared to the old one. We have slightly higher resistances and about 4 times the dodge and evasion. Likewise, our infused greater siphoner leather tabby boots. Pretty nice evasion and dodge bonuses. Everything else, natural scale up based on quality. And the infusion bonus here is immunity to slows. So that doesn't apply to literally everything that affects your AP. It only affects movement points. But basically, things like kneecap shot, if a gunner were to shoot us or stuff like that, no longer have their full effectiveness. So, great stuff. We made a slightly better shield, which this is about as high as we're going to get without speccing into stuff that would boost our energy-based gear. We also made some better night vision goggles. Well, the night vision is just the bonus. We wanted that detection bonus, which that's a bonus of 115. And finally, I went and did one small thing back in the GMS compound that I've neglected this whole time. There were no oddities, unfortunately, but one of the neat tools that were there is on the character, or I say character, the boss target there, Gerhard Page. At some point, they seem to have added this piece into the game, the commando belt. It's basically a combat. Well, I mean, it literally is in the name, I guess. It's literally a belt that will just scale based on whatever your combat value is, and even adds a 15 to your throw, which is really nice, in my opinion. We did not do any quests. We did pick up a few little odd and end oddities, but mostly cleaned up the things that we still had like 1 or 2 missing from. Level 25, like we were at the end last time. Nothing here has changed. I don't have gear for other things equipped at the moment. See. So let's just put on we also improved the balaclava. There we go. So our dodge and evasion, just out the gate, is just short of 300 now. We hopefully never need to worry about these two. Fairly decent defensive qualities. Shield capacity is great. And if we were to put the goggles back on, our detection is a 333. Not the best. We're not running a gun build, but definitely not terrible. But I think everything here is. Had a few extra odds and ends we picked up when shopping and doing other stuff. Got some repair kits on hand. So what we have left to do for the Institute, test the Zal 001, go to Forsaken Island, T-ray emitter stuff, and just turn this in. So, because we would already be traveling through portals later to get back, we'll put off the T-ray emitter for the time being. Just to be sure, I did leave the item in my inventory, right? Yes. And we're okay on carry capacity. So we're actually going to head back to SGS. And we're going to find some weak enemies so that we can safely use the gun and go from there. So, with today's plan set up, we're going to get to it. Hope everybody is doing well today. Hope it's been a wonderful day. If it hadn't, then I hope it gets better in the near future. I would take the route near the train, but I actually have already gone through there freshly to get to GMS compound. So that might not be the best idea. Oh, also made a stealth field generator, which I knew that the stealth bonus would be okay, but 75 is pretty chunky. And the evasion bonus is surprising. Like, I didn't think it would be that chunky. But so, if you were to enter combat, right? See how it says every 5 seconds you eat 7 units of energy? That's per turn. So you could actually use this as a defense buff. Which is funny because you can also use that as a defense buff. Uh, when we do go back to the DLC, which should be within the next couple of parts, I think it'll be pretty good. Okay, I guess the dogs, the rat hounds didn't come back here. The real reason I pulled that up was to equip that, though. I think we'll have all of these quests done. Honestly, we might get most, if not all of them, done this part. Which means we could start going into the DLC again, like, consistently. Soon. That's our big goal. That's what I would like to have coming up soon. Oh, I should probably reload this thing. Yeah, I never use the chemical weapons, the acid blob pistol or anything. Maybe another day, maybe I will attempt a build like that, but I have just never done them. Really my thing. So, oh gosh, it almost killed itself from the splash. So ironically, we don't actually need to kill anything with it. We just need to shoot it enough that something interesting happens. And there we go. I critically hit myself for 57 damage. Funny how that works. And now I've even entangled myself. Isn't that amazing? And then the thing killed itself. I want to check the achievements later and see if that counts as me killing with acid weapons. But, okay, I was still within bandage range. So there we go. We have our test data. Put my good piece on. So our next order of business is going to one of the ferrymen and having them take us to the Forsaken Isle. Afterward, we will use a portal, go back to Core City, and put up that next T-ray emitter. Then we can go back to the Institute and turn all 4 in, which should bring us to, I would hope, around, so we're at 6 now, 6 out of the 60. Hopefully 12 of 60, maybe? I'm hoping at least 2 of these are worth 2 points, maybe more. But we'll get there when we get there, yeah? Also, I've done a little, well, Sound Somewhere Kid. I need to get to Forsaken Island. She lifts her goggles to reveal her astonished gaze. But what now? Forsaken Island, if possible. Listen, kid, listen. I don't think you know what you're talking about. Forsaken Island is a very dangerous place, and no one with a brain bigger than Slackjaws goes there. Didn't you hear about the devastating currents that surround the island? The behemoth? Yes? No? Yeah, I heard it all. I want to get to the island. Can you ferry me there? You ain't rowing with both oars, kid. It's too dangerous. Even if we ignore a giant man-eating beast, the currents around the island will turn the ferry into scrap metal. It would take a hell of a skilled ferryman to get you there in one piece. Why do you think I came to you? I was told you are the best. He laughs. Yeah, and I was told you were derailed. I mean, thanks for the compliment, but the answer is still no. I don't know anyone who navigated those bloody currents and returned to brag about it. If compliments won't convince you, well, money? She crosses her arms and stands still, looking you straight in the eye. She considers your offer for a few moments and then sighs before replying. Fine. I can see you aren't going to give up. I guess I've gone derailed too, but I'll take you there. By the way, what do you want from that Forsaken Island? I want to kill the behemoth. Yep, derailed as a lunatic, rowing with half an oar. Whatever the case, kid, I'm going to charge you 400 for the trip. And that is non-negotiable. It's risky, it's dangerous, and if we do make it out of there alive, at least I want to show something for her. Buy myself something nice. Fix up the boat. Yeah. So, kid, do you have the shinies? Pretty, shiny. I'm ready to go to Forsaken Island. Alright, kid, hop aboard. Damn it. I'm gonna wait a minute because I'm sure there's something that she's gonna say. We made it, kid. I'm so glad we aren't sleeping with the eels. Where are the eels? But, overall, I actually don't remember what I was talking about prior to that. Oopsie. Oh, right. So, regarding levels, obviously they're going to be much slower now. I may invest in pickpocketing for the sake of getting a little bit more experience here and there. We're at the point that we only need to invest in specific skills at this point, and I will admit I probably went a little too hard into both electronics and tailoring. It has been a while since I didn't remember the exact numbers that would turn up. So I probably could have pumped up, say, pickpocketing with those points. But, you know, hindsight's 2020. What I'm thinking I'm going to do... I wish I could pull up the skills without freezing the game. Or pausing the game, rather. I could pull this up, but yeah, it doesn't have anything relevant. We've already got everything we need for crafting. Like, yes, we could pump up mechanics. pump up mechanic a bit more, we could go into... Actually, we could go a little bit into biology, because I do want some gas grenades. Just a few. But I can also, like, manage that with a few pieces of gear, or at least parts of those. What else? The biggest thing that I want to be sure to do, though, even though it isn't immediately obvious, there is a small gap between the piled up rocks and the cave wall. Upon closer inspection, it seems like the gap is just wide enough for you to go through. Squeeze through the gap. You manage to reach the other side. Two robed women stand in the middle of a small cavern facing each other. Their gleaming eyes become focused on you the moment you reveal your presence. The darkness of the cave, as well as that of their hoods, make it difficult for you to discern any facial features of these two women, but the details are not your concern right now. Their hostile poses are. One of the two women speaks with a frigid, unwelcoming voice. Identify yourself, visitor. Who are you, and what is your purpose here? I'm Bacon, and I mean you no harm. Two women exchange looks, but not words. A short glance is all it takes for them to know what the other one is thinking, it seems. Bacon, I am Adira, and this is my sister, Beatrice. Your purpose here, Bacon? I heard about the monster, Behemoth. The two women exchanged looks yet again. This time, their wordless communication took a bit longer than previously. Still, you eventually get your response. Many came here for this very reason. I'm sure you walked past the remains of some on your way in. What can you tell me about the Forsaken Behemoth? She smiles. You've gotten this far, so I think you deserve the truth. The Forsaken Behemoth doesn't exist. All the things you've been told are, in fact, false. Everything you heard is a product of my sister's skillful manipulation. If one has the ability to control fire, moving air to create frightening sounds is not an issue, especially when the entrance to the cave helps it resonate and reach the ears of superstitious ferrymen. I guess your ruse worked. You convinced a lot of people that this island is the home of a terrifying monster. Ironically, our whole plan also attracted a fair number of crazy monster hunters, or at least what we suspect they were, since they came well armed. And some of them were really rude. They still haven't left the island to this day. It's impolite to overstay your welcome, I say. She flashes a malicious smile. So basically, there's nothing interesting on this island. Well, I had other... Yeah, we're gonna go with that. No, unless you think hoppers and mine shrooms are interesting. Nothing interesting at all. The visitor meant other than the two of us. I'm sure of that. How did you two end up here, if I may ask? Allow us to tell you a story. Alright, you may start. You manage to catch a little smile on Adira's face, vanishing as quickly as it appeared. Even if it was there only for a brief moment, you could tell that hiding behind that smile was not joy, but in fact, sadness. A young girl was born and raised in a small station far away from here. The girl had a twin sister whom she loved more than anything in this world. The two were inseparable. The sisters were inseparable, as most twins tend to be. As unfortunate as it is, several tragedies made the bond between the sisters even stronger than before. Their father, a good and caring man, died from the hands of vile raiders that had constantly circled the station like packs of hungry rat hounds. Their mother, a gorgeous woman and equally, if not more, caring than the father, died from a broken heart. The little girl and her sister were left living with their grandmother, an old, disabled woman who could barely take care of herself, let alone feed and raise 2 young girls. The sisters never loved her. She was a selfish and bitter old woman. It was a miracle how she even managed to raise such a selfless and intelligent son when she herself was quite the opposite. The next page of the story spells poverty and a life that was about to get even harder. The girl and her sister shared a gift. They were psionics. One was gifted with the ability to control fire, one the ability to control frost. Control is the wrong word here, for they had no real control over their abilities, and there was no one in that small, forgotten station that could help them embrace this ability that they possessed and teach them how to use it properly. Accidental fires, flying ice spikes, and an occasional frozen doorknob quickly raised the whole station to its feet. The residents were filled with fear as well as prejudice. The sisters were scared too. They didn't want to hurt anyone. They tried not to. It was a true horror. There was no one to guide them, show them the right way to innovate and use their abilities. No one to help them. All they got were looks of fear and prejudice and even hatred. Even their own grandmother proved even more useless and selfish than what the girls had originally thought. Fear overcame the simple-minded. The girls were forced to leave in fear of their evil powers hurting the community. Grandmother had a pseudo-wise explanation which, at least in her own distorted mind, justified such actions. The sisters were given some money, some clothes, some food, and were told to go to Core City. There, someone could perhaps help them. Nonsense. The capital of decadence, torn apart by rioters, was luckily not the destination of the Little Sisters. They were sick of people, of the whole treacherous human race. The bastards, the inconsiderate walking piles of rat-hound excrement threw us out, forced us out, like we weren't even human beings. If we had been eaten by rabid animals right outside the station, they wouldn't have cared one stinking bit. They got rid of us. We were not their problem anymore, and that's all they cared about. She gives her sister a short glance. Naturally, a place, any place untainted by humans, was the best place for the Little Sisters to settle. Not only that, but it also had to be difficult for anyone to reach this place. The Little Sisters tried to find a ferryman to take them to Forsaken Island, an island surrounded by dangerous currents that had doomed a vast number of unfortunate boats in the past and was often avoided. As there was no one willing to take them there, they had to steal their ride. The island offered them a life of isolation and sufficient resources to survive. They grew up, and many years later they eventually mastered their cursed gifts. They sought and gained control over the abilities that were a burden up to that point. In the end, they only needed each other in life. Through joint effort, they managed to survive through everything, and to this day, their bond is stronger than ever, and so are their powers. That was a really sad story. Some people are so small-minded, but as you said, who needs those bastards? Well, what's done is done. It's all in the past now. I still hate them to this day. You wish nothing, Beatrice. Leave it be. She sighs. Yes, sister. I'll leave it be. Both of them fall silent. They seem to have drifted off, perhaps somewhere far back in the past. What do you do to pass the time here? Besides fishing, picking mushrooms, and hunting hoppers, I like creating ice sculptures. I enjoy creating dancing flames of various shapes and sizes. We come up with interesting tales, or just meditate, or practice our skills. Life here is not as boring as one might think. Trust us. Have you ever left the island after you came here? No. No! Why would we do that? We don't need anything from the outside world. We have everything we need right here. Well, I have to be leaving now. Goodbye. Where do you think you're going? I'm going to go on a new adventure. Did you really think we were going to let you just leave this place and tell anyone about what you witnessed here? But you seem talkative and friendly. In all honesty, it was interesting to hear another voice. Perhaps something of the outside world, not that it matters much. In the end, we can't let you get out of here alive. So, we probably are not going to hit that persuasion check because I don't have the good shoes on. But, sure, we'll attempt it. Okay, kill me. Then my powerful friends, who know I'm here, will come looking for me, armed to the teeth. After all, they will be expecting the behemoth to be here, so they'll pack quite a bit of firepower. Can you deal with all of them? Your excuse is pathetic. Let's get this over with. And, well, I won initiative. Sorry. Goodbye. Really? I wouldn't have done it, maybe. But you forced my hand. And you know what? I'll do it again. So you can talk them into letting you go, and I think it's more of a begrudging, well, we don't want much trouble. And then you could literally turn around and kill them anyway. But, yeah, if you don't meet the persuasion check, you basically need to kill them. And as unfortunate as it is, well, even though it isn't as me, okay, it's the same thing. I mean, they definitely killed a bunch of others, so at the same time, if you're ready to kill people, you have to be ready to be killed. Like, that's just how it is. But, yeah, that's how that ended up. So that resolves the behemoth. We do have the pistol resolved. Yeah, no, that's actually some really good time. We might be able to start the DLC next part at this rate. Huh. Is that a food item? Okay, interesting. Did you hear that sound, kid? It's the behemoth. I'm done here. Let's get back. Finally, I hope you didn't leave anything important because we're not coming back here, kid. I got everything. We can head back. Actually, I want to say yeah. Playing with me, kid, aren't you? Alright, do what you have to, but hurry it up, please. I don't want to die here. I feel like there was... You know what, let's go back in, and I'm going to pop the juice and put on the goggles, because I feel like there's supposed to be something here, though. Like, actually something here. Like a hidden chamber over here. So, let me just put that on. Actually, we'll drag it down here. And pop the juice. So our perception should be pretty good at the moment. Because in which I could be misremembering, or I could be thinking of something else at the same time. I feel like I remember there being, at the end of this, you could find a hidden entry that led to a huge skeleton that was basically, yeah, no, there's the behemoth. It's obviously dead and gone, but okay, maybe not. All right, I'll look it up later and watch me actually be right. But to be fair, level 25 is the original cap of the game, so I could probably like clear the final challenges as is. So I'm not that worried, I think. I'm done here, let's get back. I've got everything, we can head back. You don't have to tell me twice, hop on. That's a little unfortunate, but I might just be misremembering. You know, the place just outside Core City would make it easiest, I think. Just go straight up to the station. But, you know, after we do all these quests, we'll pull up the skill sheet and we'll discuss. And that'll be a good chance to explain some stuff and all. You could try hiding the T-ray emitter in this pile of junk. It is big enough to completely conceal the device. Hide the T-ray emitter in the junk pile. You plant the T-ray emitter right in the junk pile, making sure the device is well hidden. As soon as you finish camouflaging it, its operational hum becomes muffled to the point where it cannot be heard anymore. Coincidentally, we now have people here. Step away from it. You knew someone was coming because of the awful, nauseating stench that preceded the three-man party. Of these three men, all equally filthy at first glance? Of these three men, okay, one of these three men takes a step forward and glares at you. He is as well built as he is ugly. Muscular arms ending with enormous shovel-like hands carry his massive sledgehammer with ease, while his face looks as if it met the aforementioned in a high-speed collision. He spits on the floor, then once more before wiping his mouth. Well, kick my jaw and tell me I'm hardcore. Look who we've caught. Tell us, buddy, what you doing here? This is the home of the Zone Boys. You can't be coming in here without our permission, you know. Some let slack hardcore core some eyed out of sleep. What? Hold up, Drek. Let's let the rat hound squeak first, then we'll see who's dominating the bar. Squeak, little rat hound, what you doing here? You know what, the Invictus won't stand for such ill treatment. Johnny seems puzzled. What does the Invictus have to do with anything? But I am the Invictus, don't you recognize me? Your statement prompts 3 pairs of eyes to take a closer look at you. No. Nah. And silence. What are you staring at for so long, Moloch? Well, there is some resemblance. I mean, the real Invictus is much taller, but... Motion got to your brain, Moloch. It really did. But enough of this. Squeal, little rat hound. I want answers. Okay, well, I don't think we got the persuasion for that one, so, Zone Boys? That's the dumbest name I've heard in my life. Oh. Little rat's got a big mouth, it seems. We ain't messing with you anymore. Tell us what you're doing here, else you're gonna get dominated. Who are you people? Us, we're the Zone Boys, buddy. We're the most hardcore dominating zone outing crew in Core City and beyond. Yes, and beyond. And this is the place where we return after being hardcore for 25 hours straight. And who do we and when we see who when we get back? He points his finger at you. You. We find you, you drop off. Look, let me pass and I won't hurt you. Hurt us? They all laugh. We're the Zone Boys, buddy. No one ain't gonna hurt us. We're just too hardcore, right, boys? Yeah. Zone Boys dominate. Why I'm here is irrelevant. I'll leave if I'm not wanted here and we can forget the whole thing. Irrelevant? Well now, buddy, I don't agree with you. You think you can come to our place and do whatever you want? No. That's not how things work around here. Yoin drop hardcore core no, some. Drek boy, you're reading my mind. I'm afraid my friend is right, buddy. You gotta pay the penalty for trespassing. You give us, 500 Karens. Yeah, give us the money. Money. You heard the man? 500 Karens and we're gonna let you leave. Everyone's happy? Come now, we know you have the coin. You know what? I'm not wasting my time on you morons. Oh, and look at that. We won initiative. What a shame for you. You don't mess with the Invictus. They probably got nothing on them of note, but oh well, we'll at least take that. Admittedly, the flashbangs, we're at the point where you kind of just, you could kind of do without them if you really wanted to. And then, of course, you know, all hidden, safe, and everything. So we're not exactly strapped for cash, so we're just gonna head there via the train to save some time. That should be all 4 quests good to go. So head to university. So we'll save Medicant Samuel for last. Oh, whoops, I went to the... No, I think... No, it's on the 2nd floor, right? But overall, we should be mostly done with the quests we can take here now that don't lead to something bigger. First up, Rista. Yes, I've been to Forsaken Island. Really now, and what did you find there? I found 2 psionic women living on the island. They were driven out of their community when they were young, which made them abandon society and set off to live on the Forsaken Island. They use their psionic abilities to create roars and effects to further scare away potential visitors. So that's what's been going on. Indubitably, this fire display made those who saw it imagine a dragon-like being. Interesting. It really is, but that right there is evidence that the behemoth is basically just an effect, a deterrent, not an actual living creature. He sighs. Well, as disappointing as it is, it's the truth. Luckily, I'm not paying you from my own pockets, so my personal disappointment is the only downside of your excursion, he laughs. Indeed, here are your cairns, bro, as promised. He inches 650. I'm sure that covers the cost of the transportation and the like. That's all regarding this matter. Is that it, Rista? You got nothing else for me? That was worth 2. Did we do this? I want to be very concise, bro. Neural Pacification Project is our most recent achievement in the field of neural manipulation, and only this year have we performed our first successful pacification procedure on an actual living subject. It was one of the coil spiders you've probably seen by now. Now, the basic idea behind the project is to find a way to influence the behavior of anything with a brain. Boy, that's not dangerous. Indeed, there are ways, there are... Is that supposed to be number 2 ways to perform? I guess, we'll see. There are 2 ways to perform the procedure. The safer way is to get it done on the operating table, but if that is not possible, as in the case of Psycho, a portable neuropacifier is necessary. No matter the option, the end result is one docile or pacified creature that you can, as you can see for yourself, safely keep close to humans without the risk of injury or death. I really don't wish to go into the details of the procedure, partially because it's confidential, but mostly because I just don't feel like talking that much. Yes, that's all regarding that matter, bro. What can you tell me about Psycho? That's confidential, bro, and you've already seen too much. Different question. That's everything then. Short guide you, brother. So we won't be coming to this department again anytime soon. Or ever. Let's go and break the heart of the science... hello? Of the science dude. We're just going to reveal that, yeah, we went right into a gang's home base. See something, brother? I've deployed the device. I know, I'm getting some readings. Were there any problems with the authorities? I managed to run into a group of bandits. Bandits? At the station? Tell me, what happened? Well, I dominated them, but went on with my business. It gives you a surprised look. Magnificent short. Just when you think everything would go as planned, something like this has come up. Luckily, you have experience in dealing with similar situations, Bacon. And that you were successful in deploying the T-ray emitter. Now, the reception we're getting is not as smooth as I had hoped for, but we'll work on it, see if we can tune it a bit, and we'll analyze the readings, and then we'll know the results. Here's the 500 for you. What's up next? I'm afraid that's all for now, unless you have experience in particle physics, he laughs. Don't answer that. With your help, we now have more than enough data to study and plan out our next moves. Also, a lot of paperwork for the next symposium. And also, we're fresh out of emitters. And also, thank you very much, Bacon. Your efforts were apex, to say the least. Is there anything else you needed? Nope. Guess we're done here too, then. That one was worth 3, though. Yeah, we will hit at least the mark of 12. I will save before we talk to what's-his-face, Georges. Yeah. Oh, it's you, brother. There was a problem with the Zal... I thought it was 001. Was it 011 this whole time? There was a problem with the gun. A major problem. What magnificent short, he rubs his eyes. Tell me what happened, brother. At first it worked fine, but after some time it started leaking acid and spraying it in all directions. Even back at me. I'm speechless. We performed numerous tests, but I guess we overlooked something. Magnificent short. His Excellency will not be happy. Luckily, he's not here at the moment, and... Listen, may I have Zal double... Okay, that other one must have been a typo. 001 back, so that we can investigate what caused the issue? Here you go. Thank you, brother. I'm very disappointed with this abortive test. I thought we had it, but alas. I'm sure you'll get it right next time. Yes, right. You have a point there. If we allow ourselves to be stopped by every obstacle, we'll never get anywhere. This is for you, brother. 300 Stygian coins. Thou. Magnificent chort. Do you have any more work for me? Yes, why not? I do have something for you, Bacon. I need a yawns, a test subject. What are you going to inject me with? I'm not going to inject you with anything, although if you really wish me to, I have some other things I've been wanting to... No, that's a whole different story. Listen, during the years, I've had some time to pursue a more personal project. Not many of my colleagues are aware of what I'm doing, brother, so I ask of you to keep this between you and me. Now, as an organic chemist, no, as an expert in the field of organic chemistry, I'll just be straight with you. I've been wishing to make the perfect alcoholic beverage. Yes, that's right. I'm making strong liquor, approximately 50% alcohol content. Now that's decent, at least for me. That is, of course, not the most important thing. What's important is the taste, smell, consistency, and all the other qualities, you know. You would like the drink itself to be enjoyable first and foremost, right? Pardon me. And you need a test subject because... Hold on, I'm not finished. Where was I? Yes, right now. There aren't many natural ingredients containing adequate amounts of sugar to convert to alcohol during the distillation process. Not that are available to me, at least. I mean, there are some mushrooms which can be used, technically, but Short's tentacles pull me down and strangle me. Those produce dreadful results. I have no idea how Underrail folk can consume that. Swill. Eidein, pardon me, but that thing's worse than boiled rat hound urine. To get to the point, the liquor I make is synthetic, but the aim is to produce a very pleasant result, as if it was nature's gift and not, well, laboratory meddling. Good enough, even for our illustrious Eidein himself. But one needs an expert, for even a small mistake can cause the end result to be disastrous. So I need a volunteer. Volunteer. Yes. Now, that sounds a lot better than test subject. I need to remember that. Anyway, brother, I need a volunteer to try out several samples I have prepared. I'll be doing testing with you, so do not worry. If I'm drinking it with you, you should know it's good. If you're interested, brother, I have everything close by, and we can begin at any time. I believe I want to save first. Short guide you, brother. Short guide you. Okay, so yeah, we actually exceeded the mark of 6. Save again. I don't think anything influences the exact results. I volunteer to drink. Brother, we're doing important scientific work. We are not doing this out of pure fun. Now please wait for me while I inform Investigator Octavia that we are not to be disturbed. Yes, right. Doors closed, table, bottles, all here. Now, I brought out a few samples. A few? There's like 10 bottles here. I've been making them for quite some time, Bacon. There's even more now that, even more that I haven't brought out. Now this batch, he picks up one of the bottles, was made in, year 98. Let us start with that one. He pours the liquid into a pair of shot glasses with great care, not spilling a single drop, and pouring exactly the same amount into both glasses. He then carefully closes the bottle, puts it aside, and then gives you one of the glasses while keeping the other for himself. There, smell it first and tell me what you think. By the way, you never told me what you call this drink. Alka-Synth. I've thought of different names before, but this one is simple and precise. Now smell it and tell me what you think. You cautiously smell the drink. The scent is smooth and pleasant, with a slightly sweet, flowery note, at least reminiscent of those flowers you have had a chance to smell. In addition, it gently tickles your nose without allowing the strong, spirity smell to overpower it and make it reek like cheap hooch. All in all, you find it pleasing. I like it. Possesses a very smooth and flowery scent. Very nice. Apex, I'm glad you like it, and I agree with your assessment completely. Now, let us taste it. Take a small sip. Just take a small sip, you immediately feel a warm sensation flowing down your throat and ending somewhere around the chest area, lasting a short period of time before going away. The taste is robust, rich. It has that smooth and mildly sweet flavor you expected after smelling it. Still, it is unmistakably a strong drink, packing quite a punch, and its relatively mild taste could fool someone into having too much of it. Georges puts his hand on his chest and downs the drink in a single go. Oh, oh, oh. Good stuff. Very good. What did you think of it? Well, judging by the exquisite smell, I expected much from the taste, and I wasn't disappointed. Very good. Apex. I'm very glad you like the taste of that one. I hope you like the next sample just as well. Let's move on. He pours 2 more glasses from the next bottle. Now, Bacon, I took great pride in this batch when I first made it in the year 89. By the chore, that was a long time ago. Nowadays, I feel like it's a bit... No. It would influence your opinion. Try it first, and then we will talk. So smell it first. He inhales with a smile on his face. Oh, good, good. He then places his hand on his heart and downs the drink in one gulp. Smell. It seems that the smooth and flowery smell of the previous sample tricked you into thinking that this one will too gently caress your nose, but instead you experience an olfactory genocide. As it creeps through your nasal cavity, it dazes you like a potent drug, blurring your vision for a moment and making your head feel as if 2 trains went through your nostrils and collided inside your skull. And you haven't even tasted the thing yet. Well, I better take it easy. Take a sip. As time flies by and your bloodstream became less blood and more alcohol, you start losing your senses of taste and smell and sight and balance. Even the familiar voice inside your head becomes like a bit more difficult to follow. Yes. George downs his shot and looks at you, approximately. Short, magnificent. That was one good... Oh, what do you say? Smell the drink. You feel absolutely nothing. I don't feel anything. Yes, right. Drink it, he hicks. Take the shot. You are unable to taste anything. I have no opinion on this particular sample. I suggest we just move on to the next one, Hick. I am very glad you like it. Apex, Apex, Apex. I made this for the 91st anniversary of Chortism, and it was a good batch. You know how much I love Chort and Eidein and all my brothers and sisters, but unfortunately, they didn't get a chance to taste it. Can I ask you a question? A question? Yes, ask. Why did you choose me, Bacon, me, to drink with you? Ah, there's a good reason for that, he hicks. You see, I am cursed by my position. You know, I am the head of this department and a respected investigator. I've asked people to try some of the liquor I make and tell me what they thought. They all said, "It's Apex, Principal Investigator, Apex." But I know they wouldn't tell me the truth. Like, how do you tell a principal investigator that what he made with love is bad? If it was indeed bad, how, eh? Understand what I'm saying, Bacon? He hicks. Yes. I mean, the other 2 principal investigators, Rista and Steph, they are always honest and help me with the drinking. Tasting the samples. But I simply needed someone who didn't know me for so long, and, you came along. I needed valid, unbiased feedback. Ah, yes. He yawns. I suddenly feel so tired. Drunkenness, I have something to tell you, George. Oh, I'm listening, he hicks. So, You can safely do the first one, but let's go ahead and start prolonging the joke now. I'm the Bloody Invictus. I have a feeling people just don't believe me. Yeah, Apex. Everything about Arena seems Apex. I left Core City during the riots. Never got the chance to see it. I mean, I went there to discuss the medication export with the oligarchs, but never had the time to see a match. Wish I could, though. I wish I could. Well, time to sample the next, sample. How about this one? He randomly selects one of the bottles. What year is that? Your intricate question perplexes him. I don't remember. It's a year. I could tell you that. It was a long time ago. Maybe when Monsignor Braddock, the Institute's historian, died. Maybe, 10 years ago. I don't know. Let's drink. Keep on drinking. What? I don't remember coming here. So, since we're already in here, we might as well take a look, right? You know, see what all's here. Eh, nothing. Nothing of value. That's what was here all along. As soon as your eyes meet, Octavia giggles for a split second before abruptly stopping. How may I help you, brother? Short guide you, sister. You too, brother. You too. That's weird. Oh. Maybe it's because I didn't close the quest yet. Yawns. Toward his evolution, Bacon. You yawn in unison with him. How are you feeling? As Apex is siphoner in a pig pen. Yes, right, that sounds Apex. Excellent. Unfortunately, or fortunately, no one in the department or otherwise was there to see how dedicated we were to science. I think, that is. I got some good results, which I will analyze them later, once my head is well again. As for you, Bacon, your input was incredibly valuable, and therefore, I give you this. It gives you 300 coins for getting drunk. Thank you for your time and dedication. It is appreciated. Eons, do you need anything else? I guess that was it. Okay. Oh, did we get another 3 points? Jeez, nice. Alright. So yeah, that was a lot more experience than I was expecting. We still got one to turn in. Floors are fate. Ah, there we go. You giggled just then. Why? I don't know what you mean, brother. I really don't know. Oh, you did giggle. I saw you. Don't you try to lie to me. She lowers her head and starts laughing silently. She tries to stop, but is unable to. Is this about the alcoholic beverage quality control test principal investigator and I performed? She barely controls herself not to burst out laughing. The words quality control test seem to have made it even more difficult for her. You patiently wait for her to get a hold of herself, and after she does so and wipes the tears from her eyes, you are finally met with an answer. You... she takes a deep breath. Yes. Yes, it is. We were doing important scientific work over there. I don't see what's so funny about it. Well, you see... Did I do something you found so funny during that time, perhaps? Well, no one was in the lab during the time you, did all that important scientific work. She almost laughs, but manages to control it. Berterm, when I returned to the lab, I was the first one here, by the way. I saw you, you saw me. I saw you running around the lab with your pants over your head and an empty bottle in your hand, with the funniest expression I've ever seen in my life. It's like you were angry and happy and smelled something at the same time. Magnificent short, it was hilarious. Then you saw me watching you, and you pulled the pants from your head very, very slowly. all the while staring at me like a confused cat. Then you slowly walked backwards with your pants and bottle in your hands and went to bed. Prayed, I mean to sleep. You went to sleep. She finally bursts out laughing. I'm sorry. I can't. She laughs. It was so funny. Looks like I had a lot of fun. Looks like you did, she laughs. In any case, let's not talk about this again. Deal? No, no problem. You, needed anything from me, brother? Short guide you, sister. You too, brother. You too. Totally not laughing at me behind my back. She's totally laughing at me behind my back. And with that, we can... Okay. A young woman approaches you, fully wrapped in a shortest robe, even her hands, only her pale face remains revealed. She looks at you and smiles shyly before speaking with a soft and fragile-sounding voice. Bacon, I'm glad I found you. Chort is evolution. Evolution is Chort. What do you need, sister? I was instructed to find you and tell you that Her Eminence, Episcopus Lydia, seeks audience with you. You should go to her office as soon as you're able to, brother. Thank you for the message, sister. I'll go see Her Eminence at once. She nods. Short guide you, brother. But, more importantly, we need to go to somebody else first. Ooh. Small little jump there. I'll save again. I didn't expect to get this much from the quest, so I'm a little bit pleased by that. Bacon, where have you been? You've been gone for a while, as I was told. I managed to track down Rassifor Nevil. Track down? Magnificent Chort. Tell me what happened. Neville somehow managed to get past the Rassifors guarding the Hippocrates station entrance and find a hidden vent which he was then able to crawl into. Get past the guards? There was a minor emergency down in the utilities section that could have distracted the guards. Interesting, it never occurred to me that those two events could have somehow been connected. And the vent, very interesting, no? Pardon me. Did he know about it before he... Never mind. Then what happened, brother? I followed him through the vents and ended up in a facility in which he had triggered a security alarm, causing a small army of sentry bots to move in and eliminate us. Try to eliminate us. They're a smoldering pile of junk. They're a smoldering pile of junk now. Why that short? Tell me what really happened. The situation is far too serious to make jokes, novitiate. As strange as it might sound to you, that is what happened there, Mediant. Several seconds pass before he continues. You're serious. By the Chord, now I've heard everything. So you managed to deal with the sentries and escape. What about Neville? We're gonna give him an out, but I tried to speak to him, but at some point it turned violent, or... You know what? He died fighting the sentry bots. So he was called by the sentries. I presume you learned nothing of his motives to abandon his duty, no? Nothing? Sighs. Right. Listen carefully. You don't talk to anyone about this, understand? Not to anyone, from preservation or otherwise. Not even to Harmos when he returns. And not even to Eidein. May he pardon me. He gives you 400 coins. Now that we understand each other on that matter, let's lighten the mood up a bit. What do you mean? What I mean is, you are a novitiate. You have done good work for preservation, therefore instituted short, and yet you are still novitiate. I say we change that, no? I've seen enough. You deserve to become a Rassifor, Bacon, to proudly serve preservation forces while enjoying the benefits of your well-earned promotion. You will serve to preserve the Institute Chort, and it will preserve you too. Unfortunately, His Excellency is still absent, and therefore I can't bring this matter to him right now, but what I can do is send you directly to Eidein. I'll contact the proto-notary, and arrange for a meeting with Eidein so you may discuss your future. His office is behind a set of double doors on the floor above, just opposite the stairs that lead down to the main hall. Well, I'll see Eidein at once, your notability. Short guide you. Short guide you too, Bacon. That was worth another 3, so we're sitting at a healthy 19. And then we can do this, and that might be worth 1. But, as interesting as that is, let's go speak to Lydia. Because even though I am pretty sure that's just going to lead to the same thing, it could count as a separate quest. And we want to get every little thing we can. Come up to a slim, middle-aged woman who welcomes you to her office with an indistinct gaze, while her attractive face marked by... Yeah, we already did all this. George's evolution. May I help you? Yeah, let's... I mean, we've already been through the other ones. So, evolution is short. I'm Bacon. I was informed you wanted to see me. This is because I reloaded because I accidentally opened those doors that time. Yes, Bacon, I do. I'd love to have BLT right about now. But allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Episcopus Lydia. Welcome to my office. You know what? What do you do here? I'll go ahead and go through all those. Tell me more. Wait a more appropriate moment. We can tell about investigation. Okay. Why did you want to see me, Episcopus Lydia? Because I was told good things about you from our principal investigators, Bacon. Because I was told you took part in and greatly contributed to important projects. And because it is obvious you are drawn towards investigation. I've checked your record, Bacon, and it is very satisfying. Before you, only Monsignor Lenora, a novitiate like yourself back then, ever showed such remarkable results in such a short period of time since joining the Institute of Chort. Consider yourself compared to one of the most prolific investigators in our history. But I digress, Eidein, pardon me. Now, the time has come for you. I am offering you a position of an assistant investigator in the department of your choosing. You will be able to select your own projects, which you will be working on with full investigators. Interested, Bacon? You know what, we'll go with, yeah, sure. Ever since I came here, Your Eminence, being an investigator is what I was born for. She nods. Bacon. In that case, the only thing left for me to say is this. I'll arrange a meeting with His Illustriousness himself, Eidein. Speak to him about becoming an assistant investigator. After that, it's all a matter of paperwork. I'll inform the protonotary to allow you entry to Eidein's office. His office is just across from mine. Do not keep him waiting, Bacon. Thank you very much for your time, Your Eminence. Are there any further questions you have for me? Did you just give the same answer? Yeah, okay. So... Wait a minute. Oh, I see what it does. It's a 2-color experience bar, I guess. Okay. I wasn't even paying attention to that until now. So at this point, only quest remaining right now, at least for this batch, is this. Yes, you know me by name. Just in case, you know, just so we can pilfer. That's fine. Just some friendly looting. Just a prank, bro. Oh. Eh. I would want them to not be seeing me, but okay. Oh well. George's evolution. Welcome to my office. What do you seek, Bacon? So I'll tell you what. I will be recording the next session immediately. Once I check on a few things. So we'll pick up with the next one because there's a fair amount of dialogue here that I can shift through or sift through. And I don't want to just skip over it for the 2 job offers. I would like to actually go through it all for the sake of completion. So we're going to call it right here, and we'll pick up with the next part. On that note, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, please like it. Got any comments, recommendations, suggestions, requests, etc., whatever, drop a comment down below. I will do my best to respond to them as quickly as possible. And if you want to keep track of this and whatever other projects are going on at the same time, and haven't already subscribed, please give me that subscribe, hit that button. But anyway, I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take it easy, take care of yourselves, and be safe. Because remember, our world is sometimes just as unforgiving as the Underrail. Y'all take care now.